New Year's Day. New Year's Day marks the start of the calendar year and symbolizes fresh beginnings. Its origins go back thousands of years to ancient civilizations like the Babylonians, who celebrated renewal and forgiveness of debts. In the US, it became a federal holiday in 1870. Today, people reflect on the past and set goals for the future through New Year's resolutions. The Times Square ball drop, a tradition since 1907, is watched worldwide. Fireworks and loud celebrations come from old beliefs about scaring away bad spirits. More than anything, this day represents hope, the idea that everyone gets a chance to start again. Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Martin Luther King Jr. Day honors the civil rights leader who fought for equality through nonviolence. Dr. King led peaceful protests and delivered powerful speeches, including his famous "I Have a Dream." After his death in 1968, people campaigned for years before the holiday became official in 1983. It is now also a day of service, encouraging people to help their communities. Dr. King won the Nobel Peace Prize at just 35 years old. This holiday reminds people that courage and peaceful action can change a nation, and that equality and justice require ongoing effort. President's Day. President's Day began as a celebration of George Washington's birthday. Washington was respected for stepping down from power, proving leaders should not rule forever. Over time, the holiday grew to honor all U.S. presidents. It invites Americans to think about leadership and the impact presidents have on history. Interestingly, the official name is still Washington's birthday, but President's Day became popular through public use. Some presidents are remembered for great achievements, others for controversy. The day encourages reflection on how leadership shapes a nation and how character matters in positions of power. Memorial Day. Memorial Day honors soldiers who died while serving in the military. It began after the Civil War when families decorated graves with flowers, which is why it was once called Decoration Day. Today, flags are placed on graves and ceremonies are held nationwide. At 3 p.m., a national moment of remembrance invites silence. While many see it as the start of summer, its meaning is deeper. It recognizes sacrifice and loss. Each fallen soldier had a family and a story. Memorial Day reminds people that freedom often comes at a high cost and should never be taken for granted. Juneteenth. Juneteenth marks June 19, 1865, when enslaved people in Texas finally learned they were free, 2 years after slavery had legally ended. For many years, African American communities celebrated it with music, food, and storytelling. In 2021, it became a federal holiday. The color red in Juneteenth drinks and foods symbolizes strength and sacrifice. The day is both a celebration of freedom and a reminder of painful history. It teaches that justice can be delayed but still matters. Juneteenth highlights resilience, culture, and the importance of remembering the full story of freedom in America. Independence Day. Independence Day celebrates July 4, 1776, when America declared independence from Britain. It marks the birth of the United States as a self-governing nation. Fireworks, parades, and patriotic songs fill the day. Fireworks symbolize the battles of the Revolutionary War. A fascinating fact is that Thomas Jefferson and John Adams both died on July 4, 1826, 50 years after independence. The holiday honors the bravery of those who risked everything for freedom. It reminds Americans of the nation's founding ideals: liberty, rights, and self-determination. It is both a celebration and a reflection on freedom. Labor Day. Labor Day honors workers and the labor movement that fought for fair pay and safe conditions. In the 1800s, many people worked long hours in dangerous jobs, including children. Protests and strikes pushed for change. Labor Day became a federal holiday in 1894. The idea of the weekend partly exists because of these efforts. Today, the holiday often marks the end of summer, but its meaning is about respect for workers. Every workplace rule and protection has roots in those struggles. Labor Day recognizes the value of hard work and the role workers play in building society. Columbus Day. Columbus Day remembers Christopher Columbus's 1492 voyage. He was once widely celebrated as a brave explorer. However, his arrival also led to suffering for indigenous peoples through disease and colonization. Because of this, many places now observe Indigenous Peoples Day instead. This change reflects a broader understanding of history. Columbus never actually reached mainland North America, which surprises many people. The day encourages learning from the past and hearing multiple perspectives. It shows that history can be complex, and understanding it fully helps societies grow and respect all cultures. Veterans Day. Veterans Day honors all U.S. military veterans. It falls on November 11th because World War I ended on that date in 1918. Originally called Armistice Day, it later expanded to recognize all who served. Unlike Memorial Day, it honors living veterans too. Parades and ceremonies thank them for their service. Many veterans carry lifelong memories of discipline and sacrifice. This day reminds people that military service affects families and communities. It encourages gratitude toward those who chose to serve. Veterans Day highlights the importance of respecting and supporting those who protected their nation. Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving began with a 1621 harvest feast shared by Pilgrims and Native Americans. In 1863, Abraham Lincoln made it a national holiday to promote unity during the Civil War. Today, it focuses on gratitude, family, and sharing food. Turkey became traditional because it was common and large enough to feed families. Beyond the meal, the day is about appreciation. Many families gather and reflect on blessings. Thanksgiving encourages people to focus on what they have rather than what they lack. Its true message is gratitude, generosity, and togetherness. Christmas Day. Christmas celebrates the birth of Jesus Christ for Christians, but is also a cultural holiday for many. Traditions like Christmas trees come from Europe and symbolize life in winter. Santa Claus was inspired by Saint Nicholas, known for generosity. Gift-giving reflects kindness and goodwill. Lights, music, and decorations create a festive season. Interestingly, some early Americans once discouraged Christmas celebrations. Today, it is one of the most loved holidays worldwide. Christmas promotes giving, joy, and family connection. Its message centers on love, generosity, and peace toward others. Inauguration Day. Inauguration Day happens every 4 years on January 20th when the U.S. president officially takes office. The key moment is the oath to protect the Constitution. This ceremony represents the peaceful transfer of power, a major feature of democracy. Even after intense elections, the transition shows stability. Crowds gather in Washington, D.C., and millions watch. The date used to be March 4th, but changed in 1933. Though only D.C. federal workers get the day off, its meaning is national. It symbolizes renewal and leadership and the idea that power comes from the people.